Hey there, how's it going? I'm going to be playing One Pioneer Story Part 2 for Everlasting Summer. It's been a while since I've played this one. Sorry it's taken so long. Wanted to play a few other things, and I haven't really had that much time. So we'll get it right into it. Probably be a shorter one this time around, but we'll see what happens. So uh, let's just get going here. So I woke up covered in sweat, my heart beating like mad. The rising sun was unbearably hot, though it was no later than 6 or 7 a.m. by the looks of it. Oh yeah, now I remember what this was about. Him going around and repeating the week over and over again or whatever. Talked about raping people and killing people, I think. Yep. Okay. What the hell happened to me? The sinister pioneer. What was that? Maybe it was just a dream. A hallucination. Right now I'm ready to believe in that. In anything at all. Someone was slowly walking towards me across the square. I stared and recognized the camp leader, Olga. So you're at it again, she said threateningly, leaning over me. That made me get up from the bench and make a step back. And here I thought yesterday was just a misunderstanding, and I'm just speechless to do something like that to a girl. What did I do? Oh, okay, I don't seem to know. What is she even talking about? What girl? What does she need from me, damn it? At least the camp leader looked like usual. That calmed me down a little. So, answer me now. You think you'll just get away with it this time? I'll call the police. I'll even take it to the secretary of the All-Union... What? Komsomol Organization. I read a thing where they did another, went through all the words to make sure they were better English. So for anybody that can correct that, that'd be good. Organization. Whatever. She was puffing so much, she even went red and started to pant. In my camp, In general, this behavior from the camp leader didn't surprise me one bit. But I felt uneasy because my mind was still returning to the events of the past night, leaving a depressing, painful feeling close to embarrassment about something done while in drunken haze. The strangest thing was that I didn't care about the camp leader shouting aloud a mere meter away from me. Shut up already, okay? Shouting like there's a fire. What do you even know about problems? You think you've got a problem here? Oh. A pioneer was almost raped. What a disaster. I grit my teeth. That's a pretty bad thing. I mean, just saying. Rape is a serious issue. I grit my teeth and cast a menacing look at the camp leader. That sent a flicker of fear across her face. How about I tell you real problems? Not those in your little imaginary world. Though, just go to hell. You're a waste of time. On the other hand, I always have more than enough of that time. A frightful thought suddenly flashed through my head. What if everything will always be like this now? What if I lose control over this world forever? Any pioneer girl will be able to spit in my face at will, and the camp leader will get to lecture me like electronic. But that's worse than death. Anyway, I gotta go. I flung at the camp leader, who still hadn't recovered from shock. That's a little air. And went wherever my legs would carry me. But really, what is death for me personally? It seems like I've long since ceased to understand the very concept of the idea. Because if I can't disappear... Sorry about that. If I'm destined to live through the very same week this damn camp... Hold on. My computer decided to freak out at me. I don't know what that did to the video. Hopefully nothing too bad. Looks like I just created another one. So, if I'm destined to live through the very same week in this damn camp time and time again, then maybe death is losing myself. Should be good to go. Hope I'm not recording this. That'd be upsetting, wouldn't it? I think it's recording. We're gonna go with that assumption. Losing my power over the world, having uncertainty. Is that spelled right? Yeah, it is. But that's even worse than the fate of any regular human. Their life is a game with an unhappy ending, and with no ability to save your progress. My life is a game with no ending and the ability to save. What would they call such a life? If only I could remember how it is to be a regular man. They would probably call this hell. And this particular cycle, where even the soulless dolls humiliate me, is its last circle. I was ready to lose my mind if only I could. All the thoughts I'd been diligently driving away from myself suddenly surged with a new strength, returning long-forgotten feelings. And who turned out to be right in the end? I was always convincing myself that I am right, not them, because I am alive and they disappeared while chasing empty illusions. But they disappeared, and I stayed. And who got the better part of it in the end? Heh heh. An already familiar snicker sounded nearby. Oh, that guy. Looks like you've understood something today. I know who you are. My voice sounded calm, but the heart was beating madly like never before. Oh, really? It'd be interesting to hear. You are the same as me, a pioneer, but from another cycle. But didn't you always think that the others were no more after what? But didn't you always think that the others were no more after Semyon drove off on the bus that time? The others were no more after. You thought that you were alone now in all these endless camps. I could be wrong. As hard as it was for me to admit it, that possibility existed. You, wrong. Why? That cannot be. Whatever. What do you need? Did you just come to mock me for what I've been doing before? You're saying that as if you feel guilty. I don't feel guilty. And anyway, that's none of your business. Just answer the question. Well, maybe you're right. The pioneer thought for a moment. Though it's a sin to laugh at the miserable. I suddenly felt a distinct desire to punch that disgusting smile off his face. He's not smiling at the time, just saying. After all, I am a trembling creature, or do I have the right? Am I a trembling creature? Who allowed him impose his ways in my world? Get lost. Uh-oh, what's going on? I shouted, jumped up, and swung my fist at him as hard as I could. But my hand just flew through a haze that disappeared in the air, and I lost my balance, painfully falling to the ground. Dot. When the pain abated a bit, I felt as if someone was standing nearby. Not you. And indeed, from the bushes was peeping a sassy little pioneer girl. You got what you deserved. I can't even try to pronounce that. It's like not even Englishish. Guess you're not as brave with your peers. I'm just gonna say I told her off. That's something probably of that nature. Oh, you. It was so unexpected that I even forgot what I wanted to say. Doesn't it surprise you at all that a man just dissolved into thin air right in front of you? Well, things happen. Maybe it's some trick. It doesn't matter anyways. You got what you had coming. Not wanting to put up with these insults any longer, I abruptly jumped up and rushed at her. But the girl was skillfully running through the trees while I had to spend precious seconds dodging the branches that slashed at my face, hillocks sticking out, as well as invisible gullies. Earning a couple of... Oh, right, the music going up. I'm going to turn that down, actually. That's kind of loud. Earning a couple of bumps and scratching my hands bloody, I finally caught her at the square. Oh, she's crying. What? Not so fast after all, are you? That's not as easy as running from some half-wits. Let me go. Get off. The pioneer girl was crying. Oh, did I just hit her? Or I get hit? Suddenly I felt a strong blow to my back. Everything swam before my eyes, and the ground came at me with tremendous speed. Spelling error. Oh, I got hit again. So you're into children, too. Oh, no. Hit again. That's it. Get him. Oh. Getting my ass beat. A blow to the belly. I instinctively covered my head with my arms. Oh, snap. Not so cool now, are you? Uh-oh, I see all red. Another hit. By that point, I was ready to lose consciousness, but, gathering the last bits of strength, I raised myself onto my elbows and rolled several meters to the side. Blood was flowing into my eyes, turning the crowd of pioneers beating me up into a continuous red haze. This, of course, not the best educational method, but quite an effective one, I think. From who the hell knows where came the camp leader's voice. What are you doing? Enough. ... Semyon, he has no eyes. Did you read Don Quixote? Quixote? I don't know. Xenia was sitting near me, merrily swinging her feet. Yeah, but I hardly remember what it was about by now. Windmills. All of your stories are like fights with windmills. What mills, please? What? And even if there is no mill, you will surely build one because you just have to fight something. You're saying that as if I'm some kind of masochist, aren't you? She smiled slyly. Xenia. What would I do without her? Sometimes I thought that everything that's happened to me in this camp wasn't that bad if this reward was waiting for me at the end. I pulled her to myself and kissed her. Wait, what are you? What if someone sees? Xenia blushed and resisted, but more for show, if anything. It doesn't concern you often. No, but... Anyway, where was I? The windmills? Yeah, no. I meant that you still can't settle down. Like if you had ridden that bus that time, like all the normal people, it wouldn't have met you. As if you'd been meeting me before. Always Slavia, Alyssa, Lena. She griped. See, that means I've done everything right. To hell with you, alpha male with a harem, my foot. Let's stop talking about the past. We've got a whole life ahead of us. ... Alright, what are we doing? Oh, I'm bloody. Hey, you alive? Squish. The cold water splashed onto my face, and with difficulty, I managed to open my bunged-up eye. What up? Over me, he was leaning. A pioneer. You again. What? They didn't finish me off and you decided to help? Well, go ahead then. Get on with it. Somewhere deep inside, I was even happy for such a turn of events. Finally, this broken vicious circle will be torn apart. No, you don't understand. I'm not him. Who are you then? I didn't care already. It would be so nice to die now, end this loop, and go on to a new one. I guess never before did I want so hard for the endless cycles of my life to continue. The only important thing is for them to obey the long-established rules. Don't you understand? The pioneer said with anguish. No. I don't play these games anymore. Really, did they decide to place me in the shoes of that idiot? Is this some kind of game, and I'm a green noob for them? Not on my server. And anyway, I don't care. I tried to get up, but the pain made me just moan and lean against the nearby trunk. Although, if I'll have to spend 5.5 more days in this damn loop, I will obviously make the certain compromises. Okay, I don't care who you are or why you are here, but if you really want to help, I won't refuse. If he really is the one he wants to look like, then I can expect help from him. Yes, of course. Bring me something to drink then. The pioneer quickly jumped up and disappeared behind the trees. Did he run to the canteen? What a dumbass. ... The time was dragging treacherously slow. I lost the phone, either during the fight, or even before that, so I couldn't tell how much time passed since the moment the pioneer ran for the water. But in any case, he should have been back already. My injuries were hurting unbearably. It seemed like I was starting to get a fever. Could that be an infection? I could simply die. They could at least have beaten me to death. But no, I have to lie here and wait for the end in agony. Just you wait. Next time I'll show you. I'll show you all. The fear of death ceased to exist for me simply because one can only fear something that scares him. In my case, death would be a salvation. Though I could hardly believe that. More likely the next time everything will repeat itself, which means I'll have to struggle, have to fight for myself, for my life. Same as the first times. To do everything to not become a whiner and a snot-nose like that one. Oh, what'd I do? No. Well, I might as well save it in case I screw something up. It's not what I want to do. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, we're good. Barely managing to get up on my feet, I stumbled towards the camp. It was getting dark. I should have probably asked the pioneer what happened after I lost consciousness during the beating at the square. Maybe they're looking for me, or they think I'm already dead. In any case, I should be careful. Right now, the various skills obtained during the time spent in all these endless loops would be useful. But a one-handed, one-legged cripple hardly makes a good fighter. ... At first glance, the square looked empty. No pioneers, no birds, none of the squirrels that plentifully inhabited the forest around the camp. And the air was ringing with a dangerous silence, like the lull before a fight, or like a minefield bypassed by both people and beast. Take a step, and you'll be blown to pieces. If only it was really so easy. But I can't just stand and wait. I have to get to the infirmary, wash and bandage my wounds, drink a painkiller and antibiotics. The first steps through the square were difficult to take, more because of the oppressive tension than my battle wounds. I somehow dragged myself to the end of it, walked along the narrow pathway, reached the infirmary, and had already started to mess with the lock when I suddenly heard a familiar rustle in the bushes nearby. Certainly, that is not a beast or a bird, that is human. Though I understand well that the rampaging pioneers won't hide themselves. They act openly now. I don't know who's hiding there, but you'd better get out, or else. Or else what? In this condition, I can hardly even pose more of a threat than that arrogant little girl. It's just me. Oh, hey! The shy pioneer almost whispered, coming out of her cover. Oh, it's you, I asked sarcastically. Alone. And where are the others, though? Yes, you alone will be sufficient. No, I can go if I'm disturbing you. Stay. Things can't get any worse. I was vainly messing with the lock. Of course, it wasn't hard for me to pick it, even with a toothpick or a match. But for that I needed healthy fingers, while mine were all covered with hematomas and bruises, their every second joint dislocated. The most complicated action I am capable of now is holding a pioneer flag and idly swinging it over my head. A dumb pastime on its own, but the local pioneers can make me do worse. Maybe I can help. How? With moral support? I've got a... She stopped mid-sentence and held out a bunch of keys to me. How? Yes, I didn't expect something like this, but wasn't really surprised. I had other things on my mind. I took them from Slavia. Slavia. Hold on a second. Go back. I took them from Slavia. That is not Slavia. Not. Wonder if it's supposed... No, it's not supposed to be the way she's been talking. You just had the wrong name. Just like that. You want... This is Lena. Yes. You want to tell me she gave them to you... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. My bad. I thought the pioneer guy, was saying I took them from Slavia. My bad. Just like that. You want to tell me she gave them to you without even asking why you needed them. Well, I said I don't feel well and I didn't want to bother her, so if I could go to the infirmary by myself. Yeah, great pretext. Slyness, archness, and pretense. They say that behind every strong man stands a strong woman. I remember about the second pack of Cosmos that the pioneer gifted to me. The cigarettes turned out to be considerably crumpled, but I still managed to find a couple of intact ones. Okay, the keys will really be useful. That was smart of you. Thank you. The girl smiled almost unnoticeably. What if she really isn't hiding a knife behind her back? Where are these thoughts even coming from, though? The presumption of innocence had never worked in this world so far, and especially now deeming everyone around to be hostile a priori? What? I don't know what that would be the most correct thing to do. I carefully looked the girl up and down. What? Is there something wrong with me? I just don't even know. You better tell me. Is everything right with you or not? I don't understand you. The pioneer girl was clearly embarrassed and upset. Oh well. While she's at least pretending to be good, I should use it. It will be hard to bandage all my wounds by myself, with unbending arms. Oops, did it again. Don't mind it, if you really want to help. ... The infirmary was brightly illuminated by the fluorescent lamps hanging from the ceiling. I'm going to turn the music down, it's kind of loud. With some difficulty, I clambered onto the couch and tried to take my shirt off. Let me help. Okay, go on. On the right and the left sides around my belly were reddening, terrible-looking patches of bruises. I must have broken several ribs, or maybe it's the other way around, and only a few of them remained unbroken. Every moment echoed with pain inside. Arrgh. Can't you be more careful? Sorry. The pioneer started to undress me, zealously even. Finally, I was left in only my shorts. Wait. We have to wipe the wounds with iodine, disinfect them. Yeah, sure. So I would look like a brown bear. No thanks. Let's do it with hydrogen peroxide. It's in the desk drawer. The pioneer didn't argue. The hydrogen peroxide or iodine still stings the same. I had to make an inhuman effort not to shout out loud. Does it hurt? What do you think? I hissed through clenched teeth. Then the pioneer started to bandage me. I keep right-clicking. Every time she had to grab the bondage on the other side, she was almost pressing herself against me. Here, Lena said with the feeling of duty well done. She's overacting. The thought flashed in my head. Yes, that's better. Not that I really felt better. Rather, I was just more certain that I will be almost healed no later than tomorrow. But that will be tomorrow. I tried to get up and walk to the drug cabinets, but my head suddenly started spinning and I had to sit down the couch again. Get me analgin, and, well, that. Did I really forget the contents of the local medicine chest? I raised a hand to my forehead. It was hot. Something for tetanus. I don't know. It's written there in the instructions. The girl bustled about and soon returned to the pile of multicolored pills. What's that? Like you asked. I was taking a risk, of course, but it clearly couldn't get any worse. And water to wash it down. Oh, I'm gonna have to call this episode here soon. I swallowed the pills and barely managed to stretch myself out on the couch. The pioneer girl sat on the chair nearby and started to look at me patiently. What does she need, after all? The suspense was tiring. I just wanted to sleep, to drift off, and forget about this mad world for at least some time. Or better yet, wake up in another one. Let them end what they've begun and finish me off. Or this shy girl. And how long are you planning to sit here? If I'm disturbing you, I can leave. No, you're not. Suddenly, in my head appeared a wild, but not senseless idea. You can even help. The girl gave me an inquiring look. Take that jar, see? I barely raised a hand and pointed at the needed medicine. Now draw a full syringe from it. ... Ooh. Alright, well, unfortunately, I am out of time. So, I'm going to... That looks like a little decent stopping point. I'll try to get another one out maybe tomorrow, so... Sorry for the delay in the short video, but we'll get them. But I hope you enjoyed that one, though it was short. I got it saved, so we'll pick up right here. So this one was interesting. It's kind of funny that he got his ass beat by everybody. So, alright, well, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.